Hello everyone, I am Dr. Abdul Halim, Assistant Professor in Department of Mathematics, Hari Singh College. So in this lecture, I'll be talking about function or mapping. So we have studied this mapping or function in Inter. So what is mapping? So let A and B are two non-empty sets. A mapping F from A to B is a rule that assigns मैपिंग एक नियम है या रूल्स है जो ए का हर एक एलिमेंट को बी का कोई एक एलिमेंट में मैप करेगा that assign to each element of x of a to an unique element of b means every element of a is mapped to a unique element of b means one element can go to one element and every element of A should be mapped to some element of B. Like, for example, like if we take one set, a set of all name of the students of first year, and another set is 1 to the number of students. Like if say class has 50 students, so we take B as set of all integers from 1 to 50. So if we map each name to a roll number, so that is a mapping. That map we can call is roll numbers. Like for each name we are adding a number. So this A set is called domain and the B set will be called codomain, and if the element x of A is mapped to an element y to B, then y is called image of x and this x is called pre-image of y. Now the set, if we collect all these fx for all x belongs to A, this set will be a subset of B. This is denoted by fa and this is called image set of A. Now there are several different kind of mappings. First of into mapping. A map F from A to B. This is the notation from function or mapping. F maps A to B is called into mapping if A is an proper subset of B. If this image set is proper subset of B, then we call into mapping. On to mapping, if FA, that is the image set, equal to B, then the mapping is called one-to mapping. In other words, we can say for every element in B, there exists an pre-image. So in other words, by the mapping F, every element of B is mapped with some element of A. Like here we have taken an example. F forms set of integers to integers, fx equal to 2x. Each element is mapped to its double of that number. That is 0 goes to 0, 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 4, 3 goes to 5, etc. This is actually a one-to mapping because the image set will be the set of all integers, even integers. So it will be the proper subset object, so that is into mapping. And this will be an one-to mapping because this is x equal to x plus 1. That is, we are shifting one number to the left. 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, that's all. So you will get whole z as a image set. So this is an one-to mapping. Now another mapping is this one-to mapping is also called surjective mapping, and if a mapping f maps A to B is injective or on if for each pair of distinct elements of A, their f image are distinct. That is, if we take two different elements of A, then their image, that is f, let x1 is not equal to x2, then we have to prove that f of x1 not equal to x2. That is, for each different element, we can get a different image. So, like if we take some R2R, if x equal to constant, so for all x, the mapping is constant. That is, this is not 1 1 because for every element, 1 goes to C, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to C, everyone goes to that C. It is not 1 1. Even that, in fact, that mapping is not 1 2 also, because if we take that mapping like a from Z to Z, set of integer to integer by f of x equal to say 1. So, for other elements 2, 3, all these things, there is no pre-image. So, that is not 1 2. So, surjective or 1 2 is the same thing. Bijective, when we will say the mapping is bijective, if it is both injective and surjective, then it is called bijective mapping, or that is the thing. Identificative mapping, if fx equal to x, that is, it takes, obviously this mapping will be on same set, that is f from z to z or a to a only, then fx equal to x, then the identity mapping or constant mapping goes to, every element goes to some for fixed number. So how do we prove equality of two mapping? We prove, we say f maps A to B and G maps A to C are said to be equal if fx equal to gx for all x belongs to A. That is, first thing is the domain should be same. F and G, see here we have taken A to B and A to C. So the domain have to same, then we can take same elements now. So fx equal to gx. So these are the two conditions. First condition is domain have to be same, and for each point the value of both the sum function will be same. Now composition of two mapping. If we take two mapping f from A to B, G from C to D, such that f a subset B, that is, the image set should contain contained in C. That is, actually B will be subset of C. So this is more stronger condition. B less than subset C is more, or even instead of B we can C, you can take B itself, because we know that B is subset of B. Then the mapping H from A to D. See, it is A to B and C to D, but the mapping composition will be A to D. And the mapping is written by G compose F. How to define? G of f of x. For all x belongs to H, called compositive mapping of f and G, and it is denoted by G compose F. Now we'll see. See, if f is mapping from A to B and G is B to C, then G compose map is obviously A to C, because here B and C are same. So, and the composition mapping is from A to C only. And if A is from A to B, F, and G from B to A, then G compose A is A to A, and F compose G is also defined. F compose G means take this mapping here and it maps here. So that is from B to B. So that the composition of two mapping is non-commutative. That is, F compose G is not equal to G compose F. So here we have taken an example. F and G both are from real number to real number. Fx is defined by x plus 1 and gx is 3x. Then G of fx, that is G compose F. See, everything A, B, C, D all are R. So G compose A, F compose G all are from R to R. So G of fx equal to G of x plus 3 equal to 3x plus 3. But if you take the reverse one, f compose g of x, f of 3x equal to 3x plus 1. These are not same. So that is the composition mapping is not commutative. But composition mapping is associative. Associative means what? That is H compose G compose F. We have taken bracket in the second two terms. If we take the bracket first two terms, then this will be equal. First of all, we have to say that these functions G compose F and H compose E are defined. Here G compose F, H compose A are defined because the range of F subset domain of G and range of G subset of domain of H. See here, these two mapping G compose F will be defined if and only this f of A is subset of B. So obviously, because this is mapping is from A to B, so the image set has to be subset of B, and so G compose F is defined. Similarly, H compose G for these two also, this mapping is defined. Now the composition mapping. Now this mapping also has to be defined. G compose F is from A to C and H is from C to D. So again, these mappings are also well defined. Now we have to show that these mapping are equal. We have proved the existence, but we have not proved the functional value. So we have to check whether it is true or not. So let x belongs to A and fx equal to y and g of y equal to z, h z equal to w. We have taken all these things. Now G compose F map from where to where? A to C. So obviously the argument will be from A. So G of fx x equal to G of y equal to z, and H compose Z argument from Y, because this map is from B to C. So it is Y to X to D. Now this element is from A to D. So their arguments will be from X. So we are calculating X. This is also from A to D. So also see that these two mappings, as the domain and codomain same, here domain or codomain are also same. So only thing we need to check that for each value this will give same values. For each x, it is h of zx equal to w, and this is g of f of x, g of y equal to g of w. So these mappings are equal. Now we'll prove that if f and g, obviously f from A to B, g from B to C, both are injective, then their composition is also injective. That is, if f and g are injective, their composition mapping G compose F is also injective. How to prove that? So first let injective we can prove 2a. First one, if we assume x1 and x1 not equal to x2, we have to prove f of x1 not equal to fx2. In other way, if we assume that fx1 equal to fx2, we need to prove fx1 equal to x1 equal to x2. So here we have taken the first method. So we have taken, see, we have to prove G compose F is injective. So domain of G compose F is A. So we will take two different element from A. So let x1 not equal to x2 belongs to A. So since F is injective, so fx1 not equal to fx2. So let's say fx1 equal to y and fx2 equal to y2. So obviously, since f is injective, so y1 not equal to y2. And since G is mapping from B to C, and see this y1 y2 obviously belongs to B because f is mapping from A to B. So this is, since G is injective, so y1 not equal to y2 implies G of y1 not equal to gy2. This we have taken gy1 equal to z1, gy2 equal to z2. So when we have proved taken x1 not equal to x2, we have proved that z1 not equal to z2. Now let's see what will happen to these mappings G compose F x1 and G compose F x2. G compose x1 equal to G of y1 equal to z1 and G compose F at x2 equal to z2. But here we have proved z1 equal to not equal to z2. So G compose F at x1 not equal to G compose F x2. That is, we have assumed x1 not equal to x2. We have proved that G compose x1 not equal to z2. So this mapping is not injective. But this converse is not true. The converse is what? if G compose F, that is composition mapping is injective, then F and G are both injective. This cannot be proved. So in that case, we can only say that only F is injective. G may not be injective. Here is the proof. So if after mapping such that their composition is injective, then F is injective, but G may not be injective. How to prove that F is injective? So here we have used the second criteria. That is, if we take fx1 equal to fx2, we have to prove that x1 equal to x2. So we have taken fx1 equal to fx2 or x1 equal to x2. Why we want to prove that x1 equal to x2? Because we need to prove f is injective. So, but we know that then since G compose f is inject mapping, so G of fx1 equal to G of fx2. See, this is well defined condition of a mapping. Like if x1 equal to x2, then f of x1 equal to fx2. That is same element goes to same element. So G compose f(x1) equal to, this is nothing but G compose f(x1). This is nothing but G compose f(x2). So this is implies x1 equal to x2 because these are injective. So we have assumed that these two are equal. We have proved that x1 equal to x2. That is f is injective. But G may not be injective. Like here, fx equal to e to the power x or gx equal to x square. So f compose G. All the functions are from R to R, real number to real number. So G compose f will be e to the power 2x. We can prove that this GF is injective. So how to prove? Let x1 equal to not equal to x2, then 2x1 not equal to x2. If we take e to the power, then those are not equal to. So that is injective. But see, here G is non-injective. Why? Because it goes 1 and minus 2. What is G1? Is 1. G of minus 1 is also 1. So two different image, two different element goes to the same image 1. So this is not injective. Similarly, we can prove that if f comma G are surjective, then G compose f is also surjective. This is not that much difficult. So we need to prove that this is surjective. So we have to take an element Z from C, and we have to find an element x in A such that G compose fx equal to Z. So how do we find? Let Z belongs to C. So since G is surjective, so there exists an element y in B such that G of y is equal to Z. Now this y is belongs to B and f is surjective, so there exists an element x such that fx equal to y. Now let's calculate G compose f for x. So this is nothing but G of f of x. So G of y equal to z. So for each z there exists an x. So that is surjective. Here also converse is not true. One thing is true. If G compose f is surjective, then we can say G is surjective, but f may not be surjective. So you can prove it easily. But f may not be surjective. Example, let f from mapping from Z to Z is fx equal to x, and G from Z to Z, gx equal to box of x by 2. So what is this box of x by 2? So integer less than equal to box of x is defined as the greatest integer less than equal to x. So then see, G compose fx equal to x only, because fx equal to 2x, and if we take the 2x, then it will be x only. But this G is up, but this is not injective. No, this is not surjective, because we cannot find pre-image of the word numbers. That is, 1 has no pre-image. But this is, see, this is identity mapping actually. So this is trivially a surjective. Now we have proved two theorems. The F and G are injective, then their composition is injective. And here in this theorem we have proved if F and G are surjective, then composition is surjective. So we can say if F and G are bijective, then by those theorem their composition is bijective. Bijective means injective plus surjective. So both the injective, so their composition is injective, and both of them are surjective, so their composition, that is G composite F, is surjective. So their composition is also bijective. Thank you.